Okay, so here's my weekly update. I just finished up week 6 of the Sculpted Vegan Ultimate Shred, and I feel really good this week. I didn't have as drastic of a weight loss as last week, but I did lose a little bit of weight. I checked the average weight throughout the week, and I averaged 147.3 pounds. Last week it was 147.8, so overall, on average, I lost about half a pound over the course of the week. But I expected, because last week I didn't have much of an appetite, and there were a lot of days that I didn't finish all the food that I was supposed to eat, and I wasn't eating. We were supposed to hit 1,500 calories, and I was hitting like 12 or 1,300 just because I didn't have as much of an appetite for whatever reason. But this week, it was a lot easier to eat all the foods I was supposed to. And there was actually like 2 or 3 days that I ate everything just like I was supposed to. I got that extra protein shake, and yeah, my calories were 1476, which is basically what I would have if I was, following the meal plan correctly. There was a couple days that I made some deviations. Like one day I just forgot to have that last protein shake. The last 2 days I've really been craving fruit again, and so instead of the protein shake, I got those calories from eating some oranges and an apple, but I still stuck within the calories, but I just kind of substituted carbs. I substituted some of the protein for carbs. But I mean, I'm still happy with it. I don't know what the measurements are going to show, but I feel really good. I'm trying to think. In terms of the workout, I did go up a little bit in weight. I felt like I had a better workout the first couple of days, Monday and Tuesday. But then I noticed that I wasn't, actually Monday I think was the only really good day where I made some substantial gains in terms of increasing my weights. And the rest of the week, I either stayed at what I had done last week, or I think there was a couple of things that I dropped it down just a little bit. But, yeah, so I noticed a little bit of a difference in the workout, which is weird because last week when I didn't have as much of an appetite, I felt like I was able to push a little bit harder at the gym. So that doesn't really make sense, like eating fewer calories, but being able to push a little bit harder. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. But next week we get a new meal plan. So we stay on each meal plan for 2 weeks. And so I've had the same meal plan for the last 2 weeks. And this week we switch it up just a little bit. So I'm looking forward to that, to having something just a little bit different. And yeah, let me hop on my phone real quick and kind of go through MyFitnessPal, to give you a little bit more details on the weight loss, my meals, and then I will jump over and do my measurements. And I'll remember to turn the sound on this time, because last week when I recorded my phone screen, I didn't have the sound in it. So I will try to remember to do that this time. Okay, I didn't wear my Fitbit every day last week. I kind of forgot a couple days and didn't wear it at night and left it on the charger, so I don't really have a good sleep or step tracking. But I did weigh every day, it looks like, except Thursday, and so that's where I get my average of that 147.3 pounds. And even though it's an average for the week, it's weird. It's like my weight started out low and then kind of rose up until Wednesday and then dropped down and then to 145.9, and then today it's 146.3. So yeah, definitely don't take stock of the scale every day, because even if I'm eating pretty much the same thing every day, the scale is changing. So I think it's good to show, just to keep up with a long-term average on the weight. And I think that's all I have on here. Let me jump over to MyFitnessPal. Okay, so this is where I get I don't know why the goal keeps changing. The goal is supposed to be 1,500. It is 1,500. I don't know. Anyway, so my daily average was 1476, and Sunday's higher because we do get 1,800 calories on Sunday, and then the rest of the days. And for the most part, I hit or was very, very close to that 1,500 calories. My macros, I don't think they're bad. My carbohydrates and proteins are a little bit higher, and then my fat is a little bit lower. So, but I don't think that's too bad. I think the main thing is to keep the protein. I want to try to at least hit the protein targets, and I know people have conflicting views over how important protein is, but from what I've heard with a lot of people, like especially vegans, that are trying to gain muscle, like it really is, I think, we'll see, important to hit the protein. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try at least to try to hit the protein. The carbs, you know, I love carbs, so it's pretty hard for me to keep my carbs low. But anyway, there's that. And another thing, I like how you can kind of see on here. Let's see. Yeah, I have it out for 2 months. So on this little graph, you can see how my weight has changed over the course of the program. So the program started on September 12th. So yeah, like it had some ups the first little bit there, because I think the calories they were having us eat on the meal plan were a little bit higher than what I was normally eating on average. But yeah, it's been a pretty consistent drop ever since then. So yeah, after another 6 weeks, I'll be kind of anxious to see how things turn out. Like, I'm not focused on weight totally, but I mean, weight is an indicator of changes happening. So yeah, but I guess that's all I wanted to show, I think. So yeah, I've already went ahead and prepped my food for tomorrow, and I went ahead and put it in here, and we're dropping down 100 more calories. So we were supposed to be at 1,500 calories, and then this next 2 weeks it's going to be 1,400. And so whenever I logged everything that I cooked into MyFitnessPal, it was 1,396, so right on target. And I had mentioned that previous weeks when I logged it in, it seemed to be like 100 calories lower, and I think it's because I wasn't including the olive oil in some of the measurements. So yeah, I think the olive oil was where I was missing and kind of showing the right calories in this. So I think the calories from the meal plan are pretty close to what I've been putting into MyFitnessPal. But anyway, so now I will kind of film taking my measurements and show how my body is looking this week. Okay, so here's how I'm looking this week in my practice bikini. Again, I think it looks about the same as last week, but maybe there's a substantial difference from like week 1. So there's the front. Okay, so there's that, and I will change real quick and do my measurements. Okay, so we will start with the chest. So last week I had lost, I think, quite a bit around the bottom of my chest. It was 31 inches. And this week it is, where is it? Exactly the same. It's 31. And then around here, last week this was 36 3/4. This week it's 36, so I may have lost just a little bit up there. Well, actually a lot. Okay. I was feeling like I wore pretty much the same sports bra, not the same one, but the same style every day. And yeah, yesterday it definitely felt loose when I was doing my home workout. Like normally the bra is like really tight, and it was like loose enough that things were like moving around. So I was like, okay, maybe I did lose some in my chest, and that makes sense. So 30 around the waist. Last week it was 32. And this week it's a little bit bigger. Looks like somewhere between 32 and a quarter and 32 and a half. So may have put on a little bit around the waist. So I'll just put right there. Hips last week were 40 and 3/4. This week it's about 40, maybe just a little bit over 40 and a half. So I may have lost a little bit in my hips. And my thighs haven't really changed that much throughout the whole thing. And actually, I'm thinking by the end my thighs may get a little bit bigger because this program is pretty lower body heavy. We do lower body 3 days a week. And then even on Saturdays, there's a lot of squats and stuff in the program. Okay, actually, I may take that back because I did lose some in my thighs this week. It looks like quite a bit, actually. It's like 21 and a half. Last week it was 22 and a quarter, so never mind. Maybe I'll lose some in my thighs. Okay, so that's it. Little bit of gain in the waist, a little bit of loss in my chest, hips, and thighs. So, yeah, it's not bad. I don't know if I have that much else to talk about this week. Everything was good. I feel really good this week. Like, this just seems like to be a good week, like with mental clarity and things like that. So I'm hopeful for this week coming up. I've already prepped all of my meals. So that's already ready. I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with like eating the meals, especially with the lower calories, because the biggest issue that I've had is actually eating all of the food. So I'm wondering if 1400 might be like a better amount for me. Yeah, we'll just we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna keep trying to push a little bit harder at the gym, just to try to keep gaining some more muscle. As I'm getting like a little bit leaner, I do feel like my muscles are showing a little bit better, but maybe not so much. I feel like you can start to see a little bit of my shoulder, my tricep. We've really been working the triceps pretty hard on the tricep day, so I'm thinking I may get some pretty good triceps by the end of it. My biceps, not so much. They're still pretty weak. I haven't really moved up in terms of the weights on my bicep curls, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I want to work. I don't have lats. Like, I've been trying to, work hard with the pull downs and the pull ups, and I'm just not really getting a whole lot stronger there. So I don't know. I would like to have some nice lats, but we'll see. I didn't take any clips this week, really. This week I just wasn't like in the mood to like film or anything, so I guess this will be it. I'll be back next week with another update.